must follow the law. The law says...
Glorious. Is it a lawsuit? Probably. Why not?
Well, hello, everybody, and welcome back to Buckle Up, It's the Law with attorney Larry Foreman. Folks, we are back with the cross-examination of Victor Calandra in the preliminary hearing of Fraser Bohm. Now, some of you have been asking about previous episodes. Why are you coming in the middle of this? There is an entire series on my YouTube channel about the Fraser Bohm case. He is the young man who caused the death of 4 young women in October of 2023 on the Pacific Coastal Highway. Now, the question is not about culpability to begin with. The question is, should this man be charged with murder? Because that is exactly what he's charged with. He has 4 counts of murder and 4 counts of manslaughter. The manslaughter, no one is questioning. It's the murder that we have questions about. So today, in the studio, we have Ari Jacob. Ari has brought light to this story. She has been bringing attention to this story. She has been talking about this story, and I have had the pleasure and continue to have the pleasure of having Ari join us in the studio. So, without further ado, I'm going to bring Ari in. How's it going, Ari?
It's going good. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. Good to have you. Are you excited about today?
Yes, I want to hear what else Mr. Calandra has to say.
I think we're probably going to finish him up today. What do you think?
Yeah, and let's see what else. Maybe his ex-wife told the attorney about him.
Who knows? I mean, he's sitting out in the hallway, and the attorney's assistant is kind of like, sitting there eavesdropping, like as we learned yesterday. That was kind of funny.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah. Okay. Well, let's see where it takes us.
All right, sounds good.
At this point, do you see that car has its left blinker light going?
It looks like it's coming to a stop. I don't see...
Did you see the left blinker a moment ago? Okay, we can rewind it. I want to get accurate testimony.
Okay, yeah. If that's a blinker light, I see a brighter color. All right, just hold on a second. And just for the record, when Mr. Kraut asked his question, we were at 8:28:56.
I apologize, Your Honor. Thank you. If we can please start it again. Your Honor, I'm going to use mine. Maybe we should take a break, and it will give me a couple of minutes to set it up.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's 2:36. We'll be on recess till 2:51. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay, the recess was taken, and then we are back on the record in Mr. Bohm's case. This is LA 100189. Mr. Bohm is present in court. Mr. Kraut, his representative, is present, and Mr. Bartos is here for the people. And we have Mr. Calandra, who is still on the stand. Mr. Kraut?
Thank you. I placed a screenshot above you of the one we were playing before at 8:28:57. Do you see it in front of you?
Yes, I do.
Okay. Do you see to the right, and it appears a little more clear on the computer, so...
It is. Mine is clear there as well.
May I join you there for a second with the court's permission?
Of course. I'm not going to move anything.
All right, that's good. Do you see the car that I've described above the blue?
Yeah.
The truck that has the brake lights on?
Yeah.
And do you see how it's in the center, slightly skewed, the front point a little bit into the northern traffic lanes?
It looks like it's in the center lane to me though.
No, it is in the center lane, but do you see how it's skewed a little bit to the angle? The back is a little more to the...
I don't see that. It looks like it's straight to me.
Okay, and at this same portion, do you see the white car that is there? That would be...
Yes.
Shown up here. Do you see that?
Mr. Kraut, do you want a pointer?
Oh, that would be great. Thank you. And the white car is up here. Do you see that?
Yes.
Yes?
Yes.
That car is slightly in the... Well, it's in the number 1 lane, moved over towards the number 2 lane as it passes by this vehicle that's facing southbound in the center. Do you see that?
I see it. It looks like it's just in the one lane for me.
And also, do you see the other car that is depicted next to the white truck in the north number 2 lane? Do you see that?
Can you repeat that, Mr. Kraut?
Right here.
Yes.
Okay, and that is Mr. Bohm's car. Do you agree?
I can't tell from that.
All right. I'm going to play it back for a second, and then we'll pull it back a little bit. And I want you to watch the number... Actually, why don't we just start from the beginning? Leslie, if you can, I want you to watch the car coming in from the SUV, going southbound, going in the center lane. I would like you to watch and see if you see the blinker, but it's slightly skewed so that the headlights are into oncoming northern traffic, and then watch the white car at that time, please. And the video is then played. Were you able to see that?
Yes, sir.
Now I'm asking you. That appeared to be Mr. Bohm moved over in the number 1 lane, yes?
Yes.
Excuse me, number 2 lane. I apologize.
Yes, to the shoulder of the road. Yes.
Now I'm going to mark, Your Honor, defense A, and we'll burn it during a break.
All right.
And this is just for orientation. The tech gentleman's supposed to be down here. Okay, Your Honor, we're going to mark this clip as defense A, and it is marked as defense exhibit A. And sir, I would like you to take a look at this for orientation. What I believe you're going to see is the same video that you saw southbound. This will be northbound. So I would like you to keep an eye out for that vehicle that goes into the center, skewed a little bit with the blinker on, and the white car passing, all right? The video is then played. Okay, starting it at 3:54 on this counter. By the way, Ari, is it just me, or do you feel like Mr. Kraut should get a little bit better handle on his evidence, or is it just me?
Yeah. 'Cause he was like on a roll before they went to lunch or whatever.
Yeah, he was doing so well, and now he's like he's fumbling, and don't get me wrong. I mean, I understand. I know exactly what he's going through because I've been in those same shoes. I know what it's like in the heat of the moment when you want to make sure your technology is working, and a lot of it is not even his technology. It's the technology of the state that he's using because he doesn't have a copy. As we learned a few episodes ago, there was some discovery violations that the state has not provided all the evidence to the defense. Remember that?
Right. Yeah.
So I feel for him. I really do. Have you or someone you love been injured as a result of someone else's negligence? Or worse, lost a loved one because of it? I am attorney Larry Foreman, and myself and my team of trial lawyers are ready to help you to get the absolute maximum compensation permissible under the law. We know the system. We understand how to win. Anywhere in the United States, 24 hours a day. 1-844-774-HURT. Call us. We can help. And as if he heard me, okay, stop. Were you able to see that?
Yes.
As you saw that, do you see the white car slightly over to the right side of the number 1 lane with Mr. Bohm passing it in the number 2 lane?
Underneath the flagpole
Yes.
or the light pole?
Yes, do you see that?
And sorry, just for the record, we're at 4:02.
Thank you. I have no further questions.
Mr. Bartos?
Nothing further.
Sir, you're excused. Thank you.
Your Honor, pursuant to the case law, I just need him to be placed on a call in case it's necessary.
All right. Sir, you're going to be excused, but you're going to be placed on call or subject to recall. And what that means is if one of the attorneys calls you, you have to come back. Do you understand and agree to that? Yes. All right. Thank you. That will be the order. Thank you. Thank you, Your Honor.
Now the people call Erica Ortiz Flores to the stand.
Would you please raise your right hand? Do you solemnly state that the testimony you may give in the cause is now pending before this court shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? So help you God. Yes. Thank you. Please have a seat in the witness stand. Ma'am, if you would pull the microphone closer to you and then state and spell your first and last name for the record. My name is Erica Ortiz. It is... Hold on a second. Can you get closer to the microphone, please? And can you pull the microphone closer to you? Yes. My name is Erica Ortiz, spelled Erika. Ortiz is Ortiz. Thank you. All right. Ms. Ortiz, good afternoon. Good afternoon.
Your Honor, I'm so sorry. I can't even hear.
It's Ms. Erica Ortiz. Ms. Ortiz, just a few things. Number one, I'm going to ask you to speak into the microphone and you can pull it from the base closer to you if you don't have to hunch, so you don't have to hunch over. The other thing I'm going to ask you is this proceeding is being manually recorded by a court reporter who is sitting right in front of you. So she is taking down everything that's said in this courtroom. So that being said, only one person can talk at a time. So I'm going to ask you a favor. So when the attorney asks you a question, if you can just let them finish their question before you respond. And both attorneys are going to give you the courtesy of allowing you to finish your response before they follow up. Ms. Ortiz, thank you. Mr. Bartos, you may inquire.
Ms. Ortiz, I would like to ask you about the evening of October 17th, 2023, and the events leading up to 8:30 p.m. On that date and time, were you driving on PCH in the area of Rambla Pacifico and Duke's Restaurant?
Yes, I was.
And that's here in the county of Los Angeles?
Yes.
What vehicle were you driving that evening?
I was driving a Honda CRV. Sorry, a Honda Civic.
And what color is that vehicle?
White.
I have a packet of 5 photographs marked people's A through E. I would ask to mark this as people's
16?
17.
17, yes.
It is marked for identification. I'm showing you what's been marked as people's 17A. Do you recognize what's depicted here in people's 17A?
Yes.
And what is that?
My car.
People's 17B. Is this another view of your car?
Yes.
People's 17C. What's depicted here?
My car.
People's 17D. What is this?
My car. It's my vehicle.
And people's 17E. Do you see what's depicted here?
Yes.
And what is that?
My car.
So the pictures that we just looked at in people's 17, do you remember those being taken?
Yes.
And do you remember where that took place?
In the police station.
Was that the Lost Hills Sheriff Station?
Yes.
So this would have been after the incident a few days. Is that fair to say?
Yes.
And do those pictures in people's 17, do these accurately reflect how your vehicle looked that evening?
Yes.
Did that accurately reflect how your vehicle looked on the evening of October 17th?
Yes.
So no other damage was ever on your car except objection leading. What was depicted on the photographs?
Sustained.
Was there any other damage on your vehicle at any point besides what was seen in those photographs?
No.
So you said that you were driving in your Honda. Were you alone or were you with someone?
I was with my coworker,
And what's your coworker's name?
Emiliano.
Emiliano?
Yes.
And the last name?
I really don't remember his name. I'm not working with him anymore.
You don't recall?
I don't recall his last name
Why were you on PCH that evening?
because I used to work in Malibu at Pepperdine.
And where had you gotten on PCH that day?
That was my whole route. I got off on the 110 and then all that Pacific all the way to Pepperdine.
All right. Do you recall observing a collision on that evening around 8:30 p.m.?
Yes, I do.
And the collision, can you tell us from your memory what you saw?
When I was driving down Pacific, I passed Las Flores Road and there was a car passing really fast. I was going about 45 to 50 and the car was going super fast. It flew next to me. So when I seen that the car crashed into the other cars that were parked on the other side, I stopped because the other car turned around. It flipped and it almost hit me. And that's when I stopped.
Okay. Let me ask you a couple questions about that. The area that you're talking to about here where the collision took place, do you recall how fast the speed limit is there?
40, 45.
And the vehicle that you said that passed you, which side of your vehicle did that pass you on?
On my right side.
So when you're driving on PCH, first off, were you going northbound or southbound?
I believe it was south, going towards Pepperdine.
Okay, so the northbound,
That's correct. Yes, the northbound side.
and you said that it passed you on your right, so it was in the lane that's closer to the shoulder?
Yes.
Your Honor, I'm sorry. The leading, I just want to get it out from the witness, please.
All right, sustained.
If you're looking at PCH, how many lanes of traffic were there going at the point that you're talking about?
Just 2.
So you were in the right lane or the left lane?
I was in the left lane.
And the other vehicle that you said passed you, what lane was that car in?
My right.
Had you heard anything or seen anything prior to it passing you
No.
that caused you to notice it?
No.
At the time that the vehicle passed you, were you still in your own lane?
Yes, I was.
Did you ever move over into the other lane?
No.
Did you ever make contact with that vehicle?
No.
When that vehicle passed you, what then did you see happen?
So when that vehicle passed me, I even told my coworker.
Objection, Your Honor, as to the statement that she's making to the coworker, that is hearsay. Just what she saw, motion to strike.
Sustained. Motion to strike granted.
Could you tell us, Ms. Ortiz, what you observed after the vehicle passed?
So when the car passed me, I was like, wow, he's driving fast. So I kind of slowed down and I was like, and then I see him crash into the parked cars.
Okay, the parked cars. Do you remember anything about the parked cars?
I believe it was a red one, and the car that flipped over was gray.
So which was the first vehicle that was struck?
The red one.
And then did you actually see the vehicle that passed you striking the gray car?
When it crashed into it, because the other car flipped in front of my car and I stopped and I saw that sorry, I'm kind of nervous. When it crashed into it, it flipped. So I was really nervous. I got really scared. So
So what did you do after the vehicle flipped?
I stopped and I was in shock. So I just pulled back and I turned around and I stopped in front of the vehicle on the other side of the accident. I even called my sister at that time because we usually drive together.
Okay. I would like to show you a couple things. If you can just hang on for one moment.
Yes.
All right. From People's 4, I would like to show you a video entitled 21628 PCH.
So, Ms. Ortiz, you should be able to see the video in front of you once they start playing. If you're not, you're welcome also to turn to your right and see it in the back, but you should see it in front of you.
Oh, there he goes. Madam Clerk, could you get the guy? He just walked right by. Thanks. So we are looking at 21624 PCH impact victims is the title of the video. So I'm going to ask you to watch this, and then I'm going to ask you some questions, Ms. Ortiz, okay?
Yes.
The video is then played. So the video has stopped. Do you recall observing what took place in that video in person?
Yes.
What is it that you specifically remember?
So, what I remember with the car turned around, I see the tire pass me. It just went in front of my car. Ms. Ortiz, can you just get a little closer to the mic? Thank you so much. You can just pull it towards you. That's fine. Sorry. What I seen when the car crashed into the red one that was parked there, the other car flipped and then there was a tire that flew off the car and almost hit my car.
Okay, I'm going to show you now from People's 4, 21628 PCH. Your Honor, I don't believe there was a foundation that was laid to identify that that was her white car versus another one. If we can please go back, otherwise I'm going to ask you to strike that.
All right, the objection is overruled.
The video is then played some more. All right, we are looking at 21628 PCH, and I'm going to ask to fast forward to 284. We're at 2851. I'm going to play forward, then I'm going to ask you some questions.
Hold on. Yes, 2851. Thank you.
The video is then played. Okay, stopping at 8:29:10, Ms. Ortiz, do you recognize what has been depicted on the video that we just watched?
Yes, that was my vehicle when I turned around.
So there was a white vehicle that passed from the right-hand side of the screen to the left-hand side of the screen. That was you?
Yes.
Can I ask, in that moment, why didn't you stay at the scene?
I was in shock. I was scared and I stopped in front of it and I don't know. I was very scared.
Okay. You said that your sister normally drives with you, but you weren't driving with her that day, correct?
We drive separate cars and we usually stop and get coffee at the 7-Eleven, and I called her to see if she was around there, if she was okay.
Okay. And without getting into what she said, did you actually get her on the phone?
Yes, I did.
Did you, at any time while you were on PCH that evening, did you ever come into contact with any other cars?
No.
Did you ever hear any honking or anything like that?
No.
Prior to the vehicle passing you on the right, had you seen that vehicle?
No.
No further questions.
Mr. Kraut, cross-examination, sir.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Good afternoon.
Is it fair to say that you don't want to be here?
I don't. I have kids. My kids are in school and I have to pick them up, but I'm here.
The only reason I say that is that you were subpoenaed by the defense and by the prosecution, and this morning you had to be called and told that if you don't show up, the judge is going to issue a warrant. And then you decided to come. Is that correct?
I called and said that we had to be here because my son he's going to graduate, so I have to do his financial aid. That's why. And I came out of work.
Did you speak to somebody from my office and you said, I don't want to testify, I don't want to come? Just yes or no?
I did not say I didn't want to testify.
Okay, now, a moment ago, you had a conversation. Well, you just testified a moment ago, and in that testimony, you said you didn't see the blue car, the one that was that went past you and had the accident. You did not see that car until it passed you. Do you remember you said that a moment ago?
Yes.
Is it fair to say this happened a year and a half ago?
Yes.
And is it fair to say that your recollection would be more accurate closer to the time than a year and a half later?
Yes.
Okay. And on November 6, 2023, did you have a conversation with Detective Lee and another detective, the gentleman to my left who is in court? Did you have an interview with them?
Yes.
And were you truthful with them?
Yes.
Okay. Do you remember in that interview, you said, I saw the car coming up from behind me. So I switched this way and I switched to my left-hand side. Do you remember saying that?
Yes.
And you were in the number 2 lane and you started to move to the number 1 lane closer to the center divide.
Yes.
And that was as the blue car was coming up towards you, correct?
Yes.
Now, are you sure as it came beside you that you did not honk? Are you sure?
I'm sure.
Or are you not sure?
I'm not sure.
Okay. If there was another person right behind you or heard you honk at the blue car, would that refresh your recollection that you actually, as it came by, you tooted the horn toward the person? Does that refresh your recollection?
Yes.
Okay, and is that accurate?
Yes.
All right. Now, when we saw People's 4 at 8:29:02, I would like if counsel could play that one more time, and I would like to actually before you play it, if you could go back up a little bit further. I would like you to notice as the accident happened, do you see that you're still closer? And let me make sure that we're clear on this. The number 1 lane is the one closest to the center of the highway. The number 2 lane is the one that's closest to the shoulder. Are you with me on that?
Yes.
I would like you to watch the tail end of your car as it looks like you skid to a stop. Do you see how you're on the right-hand side still coming from the number 2 lane to the number 1 lane at the time you stop? And then I'll bring a still up to you. If we could play that, if we could stop at exactly 28:29:02. All right. Do you see your angle of your car? And I could bring it up to you so it's a little more clear. Do you see that it appears that you were moving slightly from the right-hand side or just a little bit into the number 2 lane and skidding into the number 1 lane at the time of the accident? Objection, Your Honor. Argumentative. It misstates.
Hold on.
Your Honor, it's cross-examination.
All right. Overruled.
Do you see that, ma'am?
Yes, I do.
And is that a true and accurate description of what happened that night that you felt could tell the blue car was coming up behind you? As he's coming, you start moving over, and at the point of the collision, when you skid, your back of the tires are further and closer to the number 2 lane. Is that correct?
Yes.
All right. So does that video help refresh your recollection that as the car was coming towards you, you were still in the number 2 lane, close to the shoulder, and were moving over to the number 1 lane as you told the investigators on November 6, 2023?
Yes.
And the car, and then you honked, and then there was the accident, and you came up to the screeching stop, correct?
Yes.
And then you left.
Yes.
Okay, and then you called your sister at some point, correct?
Uh-huh.
Is that a yes?
Yes.
Okay. The car that we saw on the first video, where the tire went running, and it was standing there for quite a while, that white car, that was not you. That was your sister's, or was that you?
No, that was my car.
That was your car.
Yes.
And as I'm looking at this video that's shown just now to you, it appears that the accident happened, you saw it hit a red car and then the other one, correct?
Uh-huh.
Is that a yes?
Yes.
Okay. We just talk a little different.
I understand.
I'm sorry. And the accident was like bam, bam, right after another, the cars were hit.
Yes.
And from the first car, it was the red car.
Yes.
And virtually instantaneously, every car was hit and then the other car flipped, correct?
Yes.
And from that accident, instantaneous as it is, you were right there just after it occurred within a fraction of a second, correct?
Yes.
And that's when you stopped.
Yes.
Thank you. I have nothing further.
Mr. Bartos, anything else?
No, thank you.
Ms. Ortiz, you're free to go. Thank you.
Thank you. Subject to recall, Your Honor.
Ms. Ortiz, if the attorneys call you, then you're going to have to come back. Do you understand? Okay. Yes? Yes. Have a good day. Thank you.
Okay, so very, I don't know. Today has seemed, compared to yesterday, a lot more, I don't know, mellow. What do you think, Ari?
Well, I think that the story's starting to come together as to what happened, or what that maybe there's more that happened. Because I mean, I know that when you get in a car accident, it is hard to tell what happened.
Sure.
When I got in my car accident, I remember when the cop came in asking me questions, I'm like, I don't know, like I was just thinking like, I don't want to die. It was like Final Destination, so
Right.
I have empathy towards this witness, is like that you're kind of in shock. I think it's a little, it's interesting that they left the scene, and that, both Calandra and the Erica Ortiz say that like they didn't really see the accident, or that they weren't there right when it happened. They
Yeah.
like come up on it, but then they were there. That's a little confusing. But I wanted to ask you if you got this impression from the story. So was the attorney saying that she honked at another car? Because what I was envisioning was that she's driving in the lane so they're going up. When you're going away, they're up towards Malibu. That's north.
Mhm.
So she's in the middle lane. Sorry, she's in the lane closest to the southbound lane, I guess.
Mhm.
And so if she were to see, was Kraut suggesting that maybe she saw headlights that were coming into her lane, and so she scooted over and honked at that other car like she was scared of the car that was going southbound? Or was he saying, or did you take it as she was honking at Fraser? Because I took it as she was honking at a different car and maybe had gone into Fraser's lane.
So I'm not gonna lie, it was a bit confusing for me as well. It's not
Okay.
as clear. I wish we had access to the video. That would obviously
Right.
clear things up for us. But if I were a betting man, I think Kraus is setting the stage to where, at the end of the day, if she had honked at somebody, because I think honking is very important. If notice how almost every single witness has been asked, did you hear honking? Have you honked? Did you hear somebody else honk, etc.? I think the honking is relevant because it's like if you have impending danger ahead of you and somebody honks, that is a warning. That is a warning for every driver within earshot of the horn to go, "Oh, there is danger, ahoy, I should watch out."
Mhm.
So it's a lack of honking would indicate a lesser culpability, whereas the presence of honking could raise the culpability of Fraser. That's how I read it, but I could be way off again. I'm learning about this as much as you are.
Yeah, that's why I don't think that if that were the case, though, the attorney probably wouldn't have brought that up, right? Because
Exactly.
what it sounded like to me was that something else like scared her, or she was honking at something. And then, because I even think he says you went into the number one, 2 lane. So that's
Right.
what you're saying, is like, we don't know which one is number 2 and number 1.
Well, two,
But
we just got clarification. Two is the one closer to the highway, and then one is closer to the shoulder, right?
okay, I think so. I'm not sure. Yeah.
That's how I read it. I mean, I could be wrong.
Okay.
All right,
Yeah.
people will
I
let
think
us
it's,
know in
I
the
think it's
comments below.
Yeah, yeah, I guess, like, somebody maybe make a diagram and let us know, but I think it's possible that maybe something happened with that car, and then, like, simultaneously, Calandra is doing something. So
Yeah.
what would happen, I guess, as an attorney, what would happen if it turns out that other 2 car, or somebody else, or 2 people also had culpability? Does that take away, like, the reckless part of the, but just because he was like, there was another attorney that mentioned that if Fraser was like, let's say he sped up to get out of the way of something, or if you do something that's not normal to avoid a crash, but that the attorneys would have to prove that the defense attorneys would have to prove that. Or I don't know if
Okay,
that attorney
you're
was.
what you're talking about is burden shifting. Burden shifting is extremely rare. Like, for instance, the burden would shift if, let's say, Fraser Bohm tomorrow is going to claim the insanity defense. That at the time that he was driving, he was medically, insane, or whatever you want to call it. Sometimes you don't have to be insane, in the membrane, pun intended. You can argue that you were insane, like a heat of passion killing, let's say, right?
Mhm.
You have a moment of insanity where your brain, your mind is not functioning like it should because it's under severe emotional stress, and then you normalize, and then you look back and go, "Oh my God, what have I done? Killed somebody or whatever, stabbed them, shot them, whatever." In this particular case, I don't really think we have anything similar to like anything like that, but I don't know. As a criminal defense
Well,
attorney looking at this, the culpability of everyone around Fraser, again, it is just to take the spotlight off of him
oh,
and to show that murder is improper. This is all that we're doing. I keep
yeah,
repeating and reminding our audience because sometimes it's hard for us to forget also or to remember, excuse me. It's easy to forget because we are so still coming off the Karen Reed high that, like, a completely innocent woman charged with a fictitious crime that never occurred because of corruption and all this. There's a lot of similarities between Fraser and Karen Reed. They're both being overcharged for a crime they did not commit. But Fraser did commit the accident. There is
right.
absolutely no question. There is zero question about whether or not Fraser's vehicle came in contact and killed four innocent girls that did absolutely nothing wrong other than maybe,
Right.
jaywalked. I mean, that was their biggest crime, is jaywalking, possibly. We
What's
still
the difference? But isn't there like a lesser even? So there's like the
Well,
1 year.
manslaughter. That's
Yeah.
what. Yeah, exactly. Sorry, you were
Well,
saying.
yeah, I guess like okay, so I just mean in a car accident, if for example, if I'm on the freeway and typically if you rear end someone, it's your fault. But
Yes.
let's say someone does something totally erratic, like they were parked on the shoulder of the freeway and then all of a sudden they take a sharp left turn to go into the medium and fix the road. I just saying this because
Sure,
this
sure,
kind of happened to
sure.
me.
Yeah.
So then in that case, it's like, well, what the heck? Like I
Well,
I
then
was just
that would be
going
their
down the
fault because they're the ones
right,
who are, not paying
driving
attention,
erratic.
cutting you off, and then you T-bone them. Is that what the scenario you're
Yes,
painting?
that's exactly
Yeah.
what I'm saying. So what I'm
Yeah.
saying here though is that what happens if it gets proven in court that somebody else did, that whether it was Victor or like or that it was just like an accident, like maybe a car came into his lane. So anyway, I guess that's what I'm asking is could it just be manslaughter instead of a manslaughter? What's the more egregious manslaughter? Like if you
Negligent
um
homicide, I guess.
negligent
You have
homicide, yeah.
reckless homicide, that's going to be all the way at the bottom. Then you have negligent homicide. Then you have wanton homicide. And then
But
you
since they didn't charge him with that,
then
then
you
what
have
happens?
then you have knowing, and then you have intentional, right? So
Okay.
there's five gradations if you really want to look at it that way. And negligence is actually kind of below recklessness, to be honest with you. So
Right.
intent is at the top. I wanted to, I intended, I got in my car, I hit the gas, and I just ran them through because that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to kill them, right? That's an easy one. That's intent.
Right.
We don't
Right.
have that. Knowing is I know that if I hit the gas pedal, there's a chance that I'm going to kill someone. I don't care. I'm going to do it anyway. That's kind of bleeds into recklessness and knowing that those two are kind of very similar in this regard, but they're still different. And then you have wanton conduct, which it's very difficult to define, relatively speaking. But in a nutshell, I know that this could happen and I just don't really care. I'm going to do it anyway. Negligence is I wasn't planning for anything to happen. I had no intent, knowledge, wantonness, or recklessness, but something happened anyway. And negligence is, believe it or not, I think, at least in this one lawyer's opinion, is the majority of accidents. Very rarely do you have an accident that is intentional, knowing, reckless, or wanton. Most accidents are due to someone else's negligence. And that is why we have civil attorneys and not, murder attorneys or whatever you want to call it. Like accident attorneys that like myself, which is, by the way, a shameless plug for my firm. If you need help, 1-844-774-HURT, give us a call. We'll take care of your case anywhere in the United States 24/7. That's what we do, right? The civil cases. Accidents happen. And sometimes in those accidents, people die. That's just a fact of life. It sucks, but it's part of
Yeah.
life. To be charged with murder, that is really bizarre. A kid with a clean record. Again, we keep coming back to that whole, DA Gascon getting the pressure from the president of Pepperdine University saying, "Look, I have these parents breathing down my neck. You got to do something about this kid. We
And
gotta
and
prosecute him to the fullest extent of the law."
they're breathing down his neck because they're pissed that PCH hasn't been fixed, or that it's not safe also. I mean, I saw a bunch of city town hall things saying, "Why does it take these 4 beautiful girls dying for anybody to do anything?" And what they're doing is throwing the book at Fraser.
Because it's so much easier to just pass the buck, Ari, rather than fix the
Yeah.
problem.
Yeah, it's really, really unfortunate that's the solution, right? And
You mentioned it yourself. The family is suing the city, notwithstanding that fact.
Right.
that Bohm is being
And
prosecuted.
now the city's suing Fraser. So
Now the city is suing Fraser. Like it's come full circle. The parents sue the city sues Fraser. Fraser's being prosecuted by the city. Everybody's one big happy family, right?
right.
Ari, where can they find you?
I am Little Miss Jacob everywhere, and I am on YouTube. I'm influences. You know, I like to cover sort of cases where the media finds a victim, or sorry, a villain, and just piles on, and then I like to find out what the real story is. So
And that's what
that's
we're
what you
doing
can find
here.
on my channel.
Go subscribe to Ari Jacob, everybody. And don't forget to subscribe to this channel as well. Comment below, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell so you get notified. Like this video as well. Folks, this has been another installment of Larry Foreman and Ari Jacob covering the Fraser Bohm case. I hope you all learned something. I hope you all enjoyed it. And I will see you all in the next video. Bye, everybody.